Hey there, folks. What's going on? Been back from the holidays. Hope everyone had a great Christmas, uh, New Year's, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Uh, Now, this is going to be the first episode of my mini series, My Life. I guess I will start it up. I guess. Let's see, I was born in 1986, July 22nd. And for all those people that believe in those, signs and all that, I was a Cancer, or I am, missed Leo by one day. But whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. Um, and then, yeah, the city I was born is not where I lived. I was born there, but I wasn't living there. I lived in with my grandmother, I guess, and grandparents for like a week. I don't remember that, but whatever. So my dad and mom, they had me when my mom was 20. Um, So they were together for a while through high school, and then they divorced when I was 3. Of course, you could tell that was probably be hard on a lot of people. I didn't really know at that time why they did that, but later in life, I found out that my mom thought that me living with my dad instead of her when they got divorced would have made a better better situation for me, and I would benefit from not living with her because she was struggling at the time and all that. Um, so then there was a time when I was like 3. It was kind of a funny moment. Uh, I got stung by a bee, I think in my hand, and my dad called my mom to tell her, and apparently, or no, it was the other way around. My mom called my dad and told him that I got stung in the head. Now, that's kind of funny because, or no, actually, let me take that back. It was my dad that called her, and when he called her, I forgot, she freaked out and called somebody. I think it might have been my grandma or her mom or somebody, and or she freaked out and thought my dad said I got stung in the head, you know. But I got stung in the hand, and I was 3 at that time, so that sucked. I don't know, and when I was also just like a year old, I guess, my dad um, put me next to a football, a little tiny football in a picture. So I guess that's probably why I like sports, because my dad was uh, grew up liking the Miami Dolphins, and that was his team growing up. Um, yeah, so I'm big into sports, and that might be why. So then after that, my dad remarried with my stepmom, and she was there for me, I guess, ever since then. I did start to go visit my mom like every week, as a week again, um, which turned out to be a little longer later on. But um, at that time, it was only the weekend because I was going through elementary school and preschool and all this. And then there was a time where I didn't see my mom for a while because she had a kid with someone else, and the area they were living in, she didn't think it was a good spot for me to come visit because it was just that not good situation, but whatever. So I rarely ended up seeing her, and she's moved around a lot, quite a bit, or she did. So she was never in one spot for that long, really. She used to live in trailer parks. She's lived in apartments, you know, townhomes, townhomes. Um, which I guess if I was living with her, that would not have been a good situation. So maybe it worked out for the better. Uh, but overall, it doesn't matter. That was good. And then my dad and stepmom had two kids together. Um, uh, one of them is then. Oh well, they all. So we grew up together, and oh, we weren't really bad. I wasn't really bad as a kid, you know. My brothers, on the other hand, caused problems as, babies, young kids, like 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, and whatever. But what kids really don't? Apparently, my grandmother said I was never really a troublemaker at home. I always didn't really break stuff and didn't really touch stuff I wasn't supposed to, and all that. Um, So then, when I was going through, so that was home life. And then I went in, elementary school. I had a couple groups of friends, neighbors, and you know, I had some good friends. We used to play baseball, basketball, kickball, tag, hide and seek, you name it. Ride bikes back then. I remember one time we were doing like racing, and it happened maybe twice actually, or 3 times, where I went and we were in the you know alley type place, and I went so fast, and when I turned, I one time crashed into a car. Another time I crashed into the bushes, and another time I just crashed and flipped over and fell on the cement, and the bike landed on top of me. Uh, well, that kind of hurt. All those hurt, but that was probably the worst one because I was kind of stuck and I couldn't really move. And yeah, those are the fun times with friends, and also I was born with a disability, cerebral palsy. Many of you that seen my first video I ever did, I kind of mentioned that. Um, but I went through physical therapy, through elementary school and stuff, and I think that if I did not do that, it would have been a lot harder for me to deal with that. Because now, it doesn't really bother me. I don't let it bug me. I don't let it stop me from doing anything. Uh, I deal with it. Uh, I used to get made fun of in elementary school. I don't know if it was because of that or what, and maybe it was because some of those kids back then did not know what it was, and they would call me retard and whatever, But and then see that happened for a while, and then like I think when I was 4th or 5th grade, the one person that was making fun of me a lot before then, all of a sudden was not making fun of me, and he became a friend. you know. So I don't know, maybe he grew up a little bit, or maybe someone told him that what it was, and maybe he understood that I wasn't any different than, anybody, even though technically I am and was because of this disability, but I didn't let it bug me. Um, I used to play basketball all the time at lunch and kickball you know, basketball was usually my favorite thing to do during school at lunch and for recess and I remember in fifth grade, um, we used to get let out sometimes on Fridays, or I did. Me and a couple of friends, the teacher would let me out a little early for the final recess to make sure can go to a basketball hoop because back then it was tough to get a hoop because a lot of kids wanting to play basketball, so there wasn't that many hoops. There was like three when I was uh, going there to elementary. It was one real close to the building, and then the other two were kind of far towards the fence, uh, uh, close to the edge of the school grounds. Um, and that elementary school I went to, that changed a lot now. Uh, you know, my brothers ended up going there. Uh, but not when I did. So I mean, I'm older, but by see, my one of my brothers was born in '93, and the other one was like '97. So you know, and then one of them was born in '91. The one that lives with my mom, or did, was born in '91, and I even had a sister that was born in 2001. But that's not enough about them, because this is really about me. But they're part of it, my life. Um, and so then, yeah, I mean, we used to go to field trips. I remember one time though, I I guess we went. It was in fifth grade. We went to some place. I don't remember where it was, but I kind of I guess we were in the van and I might have said something. I don't remember what, but the teacher got mad and yelled at me. And I never got yelled at before, but that was one time. But I don't know. I must have did something or been too loud. You know how kids are, sometimes. And then also, when that year, what was it, 98, I was saying, um, the NCAA basketball tournament, that was Utah and Kentucky in the championship, and everybody in the class uh, gave their pick of who they thought would win, and everybody in the class except me and one other person, we said Kentucky would win. They all said Utah would win, and the winner would get like some free candy or something. And so, I watched that game at home and Kentucky sure enough won. So I won candy. How about that? But those were the good days, They had a lot of field trips and a lot of good friends um, in that time that were neighbors and I mean all of them moved, but we used to enjoy watching playing baseball in the yard and whatever. And just like normal kids do, stayed active. Um, yeah, I mean that's the basic stuff of my life for the first part. I mean elementary school time, other part. But the next part for episode 2 or part 2, whatever you want to say, that will be coming next week or something. Maybe in a few days. I'm not, no, depending on how I'm feeling about it. But so far, I'm not sure how many parts it's going to be. It might be 3, it might be 4, depends. Um, but yeah, I hope everyone enjoys this one. And you can like, subscribe, comment, give me your feedback, whatever, share, uh, give me your thoughts on how this is, and yeah, I mean, look out for part 2 um, in about a week, maybe sooner. Um, oh yeah, so until next time, see ya.